A woman on TikTok is outraged that the DHS might take away her massive welfare benefits if she doesn't sell her 2024 Range Rover. Meanwhile, middle class taxpayers are left wondering why they're funding her luxury lifestyle. What's going on, everybody? It's Professor Zeus, and I'm back with another video. If this is your first time at the channel, just know I greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Go ahead and hit subscribe. We're on our way to 2,000 subscribers. We are taking it the humble route, guys. Today we're looking at something I stumbled upon TikTok. Let me say, my wife stumbled upon TikTok and she sent it to me. She said, "Babe, I'd love to get your reaction on this." So let's picture this, right? You got a woman, she's complaining, like legitimately upset that the Department of Human Services is telling her she has to sell her 2024 Range Rover or she's going to lose $4,000 in food stamps, $2,000 in cash benefits, Section 8 housing, and all of her family's disability checks. I can't believe it. I had to pause the video and process that for a second. So let's react to this, break it down, and let's have a real conversation about, what's going on here. Because it isn't just about her. It's about all of us. Hit that like button if you're ready to unpack this with me. Let's get into it.
A letter from DHS today. They're trying to tell me that I have to sell my 2024 Range Rover that I just bought. Okay, I put $10,000 down on this car, my dream freaking car. And they're trying to tell me if I don't sell it, because this is considered a big asset, if I don't sell it, get rid of it, I will lose my $4,000 food stamps, my $2,000 cash assistance, my Section 8, my disability, and my kids' disability. So pretty much, if you are on government benefits, you can't drive nice things. You can't have nice things. They literally want me to sell my car, my Range Rover, that I have wanted all my life, if I want to keep feeding my kids. They're literally taking the food from my children's mouths because they know I can't work. I cannot work. It's been 13 years, okay? 13 years. Over a car, over a Range Rover? Are you kidding me? This is what they're doing to us. This is what they are stripping our rights away. And this is only the beginning. So I gotta
Yeah, stripping our rights away. You guys heard it here first. So here's the deal. We have this woman here, and looks like she's filming from her house, talking about how DHS is, cracking down on her. And, my first thought was a 2024 Range Rover. Retail, those things start off at $100,000. Even more if you include some of the upgrades, right? And she's pulling in $4,000 a month in food stamps, $2,000 in cash benefits. She lives in Section 8 housing, which will cover literally thousands in rent, and she gets disability checks for her and her whole family. That is a lot of support. Like, in no way, shape, or form am I a genius at math, maybe supreme mathematics, but that's like $6,000 a month plus housing, plus whatever those disability payments add up to. Meanwhile, she's rolling around in a luxury SUV that most people can't even dream of financing. Now, I'm not the type of person to dunk or, make fun of or critique on people's lives personally, but I think maybe there's more to her story. Maybe she probably has like some legit struggles that we can't see in this like 1 minute plus TikTok, right? But on the surface, this feels off, right? It's hard not to raise your eyebrows when you're getting that much public assistance and still living a lifestyle that screams, "I made it," right? Meanwhile, so many middle-class families, I'm talking about people who work 50 hours a week, are scraping by trying to pay taxes and wondering why all their grocery bills are climbing, right? So something's not adding up here, and it's worth digging into. But if we have to be fair for a moment, welfare programs like food stamps, cash benefits, Section 8 and disability payments, they exist for a reason, right? They're supposed to help people who need it, right? Now, if she's got a big family, or if those disability checks are tied to a real medical condition, I get it. Life can be brutal. Life can be unfair, and costs add up. Maybe that Range Rover was a gift, but from what she said, she put $10,000 down, right? Or she bought it right before things started going south. I'm not saying she's lying. I'm not saying she's scamming anybody, but because obviously there's no evidence of that. But DHS probably has these rules about assets for a reason, right? Like if you own something worth over a certain amount of money, it affects your eligibility, right? That's the standard. But where it gets tricky is a 2024 Range Rover. It's not just an asset; it's a statement, right? It's not like some run-of-the-mill minivan that she's using to get her kids to and from school or moving around. And this is a brand new top-tier luxury vehicle. Relying on taxpayer-funded programs to that degree, like $6,000 a month, plus housing, plus extras, it's kind of fair to ask, why not sell the car, right? Why not trade it in for something more practical and then pocket the difference, right? And I'm not saying she should be punished for wanting nice things or having nice things or anything like that, but there's obviously a line between need and excess. And a lot of people who are watching this is going to be like, she's crossing the line, especially when those same taxpayers are the ones who are funding the bill for her. You know what I mean? Like, so this isn't just about her TikTok or anything like that. This is a symptom of bigger issues we need to talk about. Look around. Middle-class families are getting squeezed hard. Inflation's up. Wages and income are not keeping pace, and taxes, they're not, exactly optimal or optional, right? So a lot of people are working hard just to keep the lights on. And they don't have $100,000 cars sitting in their driveways, right? And then you hear a story like this, and it's like a punch to the stomach. It's like, oh, you mean my money that I'm slaving over is going to her lifestyle? It transforms from jealousy to like frustration, like genuine frustration. And here's the thing, right? Welfare isn't free. It's our tax dollars at work. So programs like SNAP, Section 8, they're literally lifelines for millions of people. And I'm all for helping people get back on their feet. But when you see someone pulling in thousands a month in benefits and still trying to cling to a luxury lifestyle, you start asking questions about accountability. And the rules, like, are they too loose? Like, are we really checking about who gets what? Because if the system's letting someone live better than the people funding it, that's not a safety net. That's what's those things that you hang from a tree to a tree, like a hammock? That's a hammock. Now, on the flip side, maybe the system is actually too rigid, right? Maybe DHS shouldn't be forcing her to sell anything, right? Because maybe the focus should be on income and not assets. But that's a tough sell when the optics are this bad, right? This isn't a single mom with a whatever trying to feed her kids. This is someone who's got the full buffet of benefits and a Range Rover to move around in. It's a lightning rod for a reason, So where do we land on this, right? I think it's a genuine wake-up call. We've got to figure out how to make these programs work for the people who truly need them without leaving everyone else feeling ripped off. I'm not saying that she's the villain, but maybe she's just playing that hand that she was dealt, right? But for a lot of us, we're allowed to ask, is this fair? Right? Should someone be able to stack benefits like that and still be able to flex a 2024 Range Rover while a lot of us are out here budgeting for gas? I want to hear what you guys think. Drop a comment. What do you guys honestly think, right? Have you seen stuff like this where you live? Should there be stricter rules, or am I off the deep end with this one? Let's keep this conversation going. If you like this breakdown, smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're on our way to 2,000 subscribers. We're taking it the humble route. Share this video with someone who might see some value with it. And hit that notification bell so you always get notified when I drop a new video. And never forget, it's Universe. Information, application, execution. Until next time, peace.